Yeah, that's a classic paid under the table, either like kitchen or restaurant or like construction or labor job boss that's like the rain starts at like 10 in the morning and they're like, fellas, don't worry. We're going to get rained out today, but I'm going to take care of you. Big Mike has got you, dude. When has Big Mike ever let you down or lied to you about pay, about taking a break, about giving you guys like a water break in the heat? When has Big Mike ever let any of you Mexican guys or black guys or like meth heads down? It's Big Mike. I got the truck out front. It's got AC in it. I sit in it all day. I spit Copenhagen on the door. I fucking yell at you. I got 2 phones. And it's one of them's not even for business. It's for cheating on my wife, who loves me, by the way, who literally loves me so much. You guys come in here and we get rained out at 10, right? And you think to yourself, oh, my God, no, I got my child support payment. Oh, my kid, we want to go to Disney World. And you think to yourself, oh, my God, I can't miss out on a day of work, man. Oh, no, I'm about to move to New York. I'm going to move to New York. I can't miss out on a day of work. And Big Mike looks you dead in your eyes and he goes, Thomas, don't worry. I see that you have stress in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit. I'm going to take care of you for today, for driving 100 hours round trip to get to this job site. I'm going to pay you $40. I'm going to give you $40 cash money, and then I'm going to buy you a taquito from 7-Eleven. And that is worth, that can't be measured in money. That's a free lunch. And you grew up your whole life, everybody telling you, saying it's free lunch. I am the deliverer, the arbiter, harbinger of free lunches. And $40 cash paid for through Apple Pay. Through the app on your phone.
Well, look, for context, it's I wasn't speaking ill of my boss, but it was just a funny amount of money to make in a week.
I'm sorry, dude.
I wanted to clarify because because a friend of mine and my boss's son listens to the show. All I was saying was it's such a funny amount of money to make in a week is $40 when you have a full-time job, just because landscaping is like that though, but it was really humbling to think, like, okay, a week before I made so and so, like, that's not bad money, that's decent. What did I make this week? 90% of a tank of gas. 90%. Yeah. But next week I might make $40 this week, but the next I might make $120, and that's just like fucking
$400.
I can walk. Yeah. So sometimes I'll have $600 in my bank account, and it's like I don't even know what to fucking do with all this.
Yeah, there's nothing like I'm gonna pay you for the day, and you think, man, that's nice. Not everybody can get paid for a full day's work. Some guys work in like lithium mines or salt mines, and they have to like carry their kids around in a red wagon, and then they just get paid like $1. Me, in beautiful US of A, I get rained out at 10, baby. I'm making $30. A 120 and a 10. It's rolled up for some reason and super wet. And my boss, with his calloused, yellowed hands from jaundice that he himself has not tracked yet, but I can because it's not my drinking habit, he hands me that $30, and I say, God damn, Big Mike, thank you so much. Thank you, man. And he looks at you and he says, hey, this is coming out of me. I'm doing you the favor. And you think to yourself, man, I have such a cool... Your boss is genuine. I have met the people. They are cool. I'm talking about literally, I think 3 bosses in a row that I worked for under the table that were all just kind of like, I would almost rather a boss be shitty through and through. Don't try to be chump. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to be like, no, I got you guys. Like, don't even be a pizza party boss. Just be like, be here at 8 or you're done. Do you understand? 8:01, fired. We're staying till 6. Don't ask. That guy sucks. But I understand that guy. He goes home and he hugs his kids way too hard and way too long. And then he sits them down and tells them that there's only one way to be a man, and that's joining the U.S. Marine Corps. That guy I get. I don't understand the guy that's like, hey, dude, it's tough out here. How much do you think that Raptor cost? 90 grand? It was actually more. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to give you $20, and I'm going to give you the rest of my waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. And that's how good of a guy I am. I know you guys talk about me, okay? I know you guys think that I'm a bad guy. I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm just fair. I'm fair. I'm fair but firm, you know?
Yeah, and everybody also, we all had that one blue-collar boss that we would have to finger at lunch.
Yeah.
You know, the one who would wear like the one boss who wears the hole in his jeans and you have to finger him at lunch.
He's got the hole in his Miss Me jeans with the iron cross on the back pocket.
Hey, I'm a fair boss. I give you a little cash now. Every Friday I give you your money. Every Monday you finger me in my truck.
Hey, listen.
At work.
I know you've been getting rained out a lot, and I know you got to pay for your son's Montessori tuition. I know that tuition ain't cheap. So, hey, I'm gonna pay you for the weekend, but you just gotta turn my butt into sort of like a rotary gun. You just gotta spin it around a bunch, fill it up.
Hey, we're gonna be working in my butt today, y'all. I don't want any messing around. All right,
I don't want no complaints.
Hey, this job site's gonna be clean. It's gonna be sturdy. All right, y'all don't come here to play. Y'all come here to fuck me. Remember that.
Yeah. Listen, hey, if you work hard, they're out here dropping money on the ground. I know it's hot. They're out here dropping money in my ass. I know it's hot.
Y'all didn't come here to play. Y'all came here to fuck me. I don't pay y'all to not fuck me.
I don't pay y'all to not make me come through my butt. That's not what I pay.
I don't pay you guys for me to not have prostate orgasms.
I don't pay for you guys to not give me a hands-free orgasm through my butthole. I pay good money for you guys to make me come. I don't want to hear no bitch. I pay
good money for you guys to choke me and then and put clamps on my nipples and then and ride my old man dick. And there's something tied around the base of it to keep it hard. Maybe a little bit of a
little ratchet strap that I got.
Little ratchet strap action.
I got a.
She'll ride. She'll ride. This boner ain't going nowhere.
Just slapping the top of your dick like an old F-150 Fleet. Yeah, she'll be all
she'll
right.
Ride, yeah.
Yeah, she'll ride.
She'll make it to Houston.
Don't look at her like that. Don't look at her like that. She'll ride just fine. I had a small ratchet strap, special made off Etsy. It's got brass fixings too, so it'll hold, and it looks nice when it holds too.
My wife got me this for my gooseneck, but I use it for this gooseneck, you know.
A dick neck.
Yeah, this is my gooseneck, right? My gooseneck boner.
Hey, listen, I know it's hot, but I don't want to hear no bitching. I got my ratchet strap on my penis, and I want you guys. You show up at 6, you show up for a full day. We ain't getting rained out. There ain't a cloud in the sky, so don't be out there drawing turtles in the sand or nothing.
Ain't one superintendent in this whole neighborhood ain't had to finger another man's ass. All right?
You boys, you start off green as hell, and then one day you can be like me, getting fucked in the back of your F-350 King Ranch by a bunch of guys who they just came here to make $120 a day, and they ended up having sex with a white man who loves him some Jesus.
I'm trying to leave with blood on my knuckles and cum in my beard. All right?
So listen, because OSHA's on site today, we're going to have this safety meeting. Look, choking, you have to do it a certain way. It's not like it is in the movies. There's an appropriate amount of pressure to apply. Ratchet straps. You cannot just tie the metal end around the string around the base of my penis to keep it hard. You got to go end to end, okay? I don't want to see no lazy strapping, all right? It'll ride, but you got to strap it up good. You can't be fucking around no lazy stuff, okay? If you are on a ladder trying to fuck me 10 feet in the air, I need you to be harnessed up to the back of my ass. Do you understand?
If I'm fucking your mouth and I don't feel a dental dam back there, we are going to have a problem.
You will be written
y'all
up.
Need to stop. Y'all need to spit out my loads while OSHA is here. If y'all swallow it, you're contaminated or something.
Yeah. There's a lot of caustic, nasty chemicals around here in my cum.
I'm tired of seeing my jizz on the ground.
Y'all
need to clean up my sperms.
I've been eating Hub Chubs from Whataburger for 40 years. Okay, so this is nasty stuff y'all are handling. I need to see gloves. I need to see the proper PPE. You come on my job site to fuck me and swallow my load, and I don't see the right PPE on. You're gonna head straight. You're gonna get right back in that Duramax and head back home to the hacienda. You understand me?
You can put your little green dick back in your fucking cowboy cuts and head on home and fuck a girl like a loser.
You came here at this job site. You signed contract to work 7/12s, one rest day to have sex with me, one man. If you're not ready for that, you can drag up. You can put your tools, all your plastic cocks, and your lubricants in the back of that lifted Duramax, and you can head on home and fuck your wife like a loser.
You don't want this job. There's 10 Mexicans out there who'd run a train on me, no questions asked.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're not willing to put the work in. There's 10 El Salvadorians out there that'll fuck me till the cows come home. So I don't need some white boy out here talking about unions. I don't need some soft bitch out here talking about health insurance when they're getting syphilis from my butt.
Yeah, Joaquin out there could be elbow deep in me right now. Maybe I'd prefer that.
He'd do it for 3 an hour, not 12. Do you understand? And he's got wider arms. He's been throwing rocks at the army in fucking El Salvador for 30 years. He's got sinewy forearms. Look at you with your chubby forearms. I don't want that in my butt.
That would look stupid as fuck in my butt.
That would be gay. It's gay if a guy's got a little thickness on his forearms. It's not muscle. If it's muscle, it's just two men helping each other out on a hot summer day. It's June 12th.
Do you think I got where I am today without my hand in another man's pants?
Hey, listen, I didn't get here by cutting corners, by not coming on another man's chest. I got here by working hard. Okay? Yeah, listen, look at that look at that black on black Raptor with the brown leather. You think I got that by having sex with a woman? No.
No.
Not a
Does
chance.
that look like a pussy car? No. That's a dick and balls car.
That's a butthole truck.
That is an anal car.
Well, how do you think we paid
It's
for
a
that?
Guy's rectum car.
That is a prostate
Guy's
milking truck.
mouth and dick. That is mouth, booty, and dick in that
That is just schmegma and fucking goddamn duck butter. That's what that is.
I don't even know. That sounds horrible.
I heard that term from a friend who's gay once, and I asked him to explain it to me. And it made me dry heave a little bit.
Term.
I heard it once.
Your stupid gay friend made up some bullshit.
I think it's real. It's like Santorum, which is another term I heard from a friend who was named after.
Also, not.
It is a GOP politician who's gay, who's not gay, who hates gay guys, and they named a gay term after him to kind of get back at him. It's supposed to be a mixture of lube, poop, and semen. That's supposed to be what it is.
Yeah, I see that. There doesn't need to be a term for that. How about we just leave that untermed?
How about we leave that just complicated to say? How about we
make that not a common scenario? I'll even go that far. How about we just don't even have that around in the area of
the workspace?
How about people don't see that?
How about people don't talk about that stuff at work?
Yeah.
They just do it to me. They just do it to the boss, but they don't use the terms because that makes it gay if there's words for it.
It's fine. It's not the fact that it's gay. It's not the issue. Is that there's poo poo and then stuff and all that, and why would you mix it? I know it's from a butt, but I don't need to even know that. Doesn't even need to be a thing. All right. Y'all keep it. Y'all better fucking keep it clean.
Keep it clean. If you're a bottom, you gotta
clean.
be doing. You gotta be doing all your bottom trials. You gotta be doing all the damn science to your butt that makes it not goofy. You can't be. You can't be slacking at the goddamn trough.
Look. We don't have to. There's other resources for them. I'm not giving anybody butt instructions. Figure it out. This is not. Look. Shut up. Everybody in the world.
Everybody
shut
stop.
Up.
Stop telling me about yucky stuff. I'm a progressive guy.
I don't want to hear about anything ever.
In my core, I believe I am a good person, but do not tell me any more of the terms because it does kind of make my spine turn sour.
I don't want to know anything. About any subject. Never teach me. Never teach me anything.
Yeah, I don't listen.
I don't care if it's how to go fly fishing.
I don't want to know anything about anything anymore. I have learned everything that there is to know, at least within the bandwidth that my brain can produce. Anyway, if you guys don't plan on stacking them pallets up in a nice fucking cube and then taking me out behind them and turning me into Swiss cheese, we can go home. We don't have to do this. We got a deadline, but I'll tell the big boss. I'll tell him they won't fuck me. And how do you think he's going to feel?
Is that it? Oh my God! Is that a chimpanzee?
Is that an ape? Who let a damn ape onto the job site?
Hey, get that ape out of here! He's not even wearing a hard hat. Get that! Oh my God! He's some kind of bipedal ape. He's walking on his feet. Oh my God! He's.
Somebody get that ape a vest and a white hard hat. He can't be walking around the job site without the proper PPE on. You can't be doing it. That's not safe for a monkey. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. It's the middle of summer in beautiful Texas, and it is hotter than two rats fucking in a wool sock. I never liked that phrase.
Beginning of summer, really.
Yeah, it's just I think I hate the phrase. Oh, Texas is just preheating, because in my experience, really annoying people say that. But I'm also super annoying, so I guess I can't be too mad. But yeah, it's true.
Don't be chuggy.
Don't be chuggy. At what point does it just get too hot to go outside? You know what I mean? Like whenever I meet, 105 plus. But I have met people who were like, I love the summer here. I love the heat. And I'm like, no, you don't. You just like to drink a lot of alcohol and you like to get sick and come to work. And that is cool to do, but you can do that in air conditioning. You don't have
Hotter
to
than
do
105 just kind of sucks. Like, even when you get used to it, it's like, I feel like up to that point, you can work outside for a full day, and as long as you're like drinking water, like if you're adjusted to it, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But past 105, it's like you fucking, if you're out past like I'd say 3 p.m. or whatever, it's like you get like very minor brain damage every day, and then you're just by like September or whatever, you're just like, bah.
Well, I remember when I worked, when I worked at that plastics plant in Houston, they had mandated water breaks, but if the site supervisor saw you taking one, he would just fire you. Because you were only really allotted like a certain amount of time. He wouldn't fire you. He'd write you up and then threaten to fire you. I don't know if he was allowed to. I mean, there's no unions out there. There's really no there's unions in Texas, but they don't have any power, and people don't really hire guys from unions out here unless it's a job that the union got. Anyway, whatever. I'm not getting into that. But they would send a text. They had this thing, like, everybody had, the company would send the text that was like, it's 105 heat index, or 106, whatever. That's Fahrenheit for everybody else in the world, not Celsius. Please take shade and take a drink of water. So I would stop what I was doing and go to the water truck, and I would get like 3 bottles of water, and I'd chug it, and I'd sit in the shade for like 10 minutes. And then somebody would just come on a golf cart, one of those guys. If any of you ever worked at a big plant, there's just the golf cart guys. Their job is to sit in a trailer or a truck with air conditioning for 8 hours a day, and then 2 hours a day ride a golf cart around and fire guys. And they would just come around and be like, what you doing? It's fucking hot. And they're like, yeah, but, I ain't paying you to sit. But I feel like at that point, like, it seems like more of a liability, you know what I mean, to, like, force people to work in that. But I guess it doesn't really matter, Like, it doesn't matter. Half the guys on those job sites are all drunks anyway, and if you do fall over and they piss test you, and you've got, like, even any alcohol or weed in your system, they won't pay you out any money. That's kind of like the unspoken thing that happens in those places,
That's
but yeah.
dope.
My dad used to always be like, dude, I bumped the forklift into the side of a Connex. I hope they don't ask about it, because I'm going to piss hot. And we worked at the same plant there for a bit, and I was like, What do you mean? He's like, well, if you do something wrong and they drug test you, if you have an accident or something, they won't pay any workman's comp because you got drugs in your system. And I was like, you ever thought about like not smoking weed or cocaine or anything like that? And he'd be like, nah, I ain't considered it. No, it just never really passed my mind to not, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, yeah, no, I understand. It's hot out here. There was only a handful of times I ever really, shout out to all my blue collar guys who listen to the show. I know there are several who still manage. I'm sure you've done this a handful of times, but like sometimes it does get too hot and you've worked so many days in a row that nighttime rolls around and you don't want to go home. You know what I mean? Like you either want to go out and get fucked up or you want to go home and get fucked up. You know you're going to pay for it in the morning, but you just do it anyway, because the morning at that point, in that moment at like 7 p.m., right when your fucking car hits the driveway, that's 1,000 years away. You just worked your fucking, you have sweat stains or salt on your jeans from sweating so much, and you're in the perfect amount of dehydrated and near heat stroke where 2 fucking beers will get you nice and shit drunk. You don't want to be normal. You don't want to drink water and eat lunch or dinner and go to bed, go to work in the morning. But there were a handful of times definitely where you get to work at 6 a.m. and you're still a little drunk, and it's already like 98 degrees. The sun's not even out, and you're like, this is it. This is the world I built for myself. This is the future that I said I would deal with, and I hate it.
Yeah. Oh, well. What can you do? Sometimes life is all about exchanges. I don't really know what that means, but I had to say something in response to what you said. And I couldn't think of anything, so I made something up. To say.
You've been working a lot. It's been cooking the inside of your head a little bit, you've been telling me.
Yeah, but no, not really. I've been
I'm
working
normal.
I've been doing good. I've been doing good stuff. But yeah, today there's this really fancy grocery store there's a nice neighborhood across the bridge. And I had to wear my huaraches into there because I had mud all over my tennis shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they profiled me for being homeless. Because it was all eyes on me whenever I got in there, and then I was just buying 2 THC seltzers.
You were buying 2 THC seltzers before work?
After.
Oh, okay.
So I was covered in mud. It's disgusting. And it was Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday at the job site or at the?
No, at this grocery store thing. There's a bunch of old ladies in there trying out wines.
Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me that you guys were like digging up like holes for like sprinkler systems, and then your boss was like, "It's Wine Wednesday."
No. What we used to do, this was funny. When it was really hot, we would get those big Gatorades.
Yeah.
And we'd drink about, 20% of it, and you'd fill it up the rest of the way with vodka, and you'd shake it up.
Yeah,
and you'd get hydrated off that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah. The blue one is the best to do.
I liked mixing tequila with the cucumber lime, lemon pepino, because you couldn't really taste the tequila, and it's 2 p.m., and it's 106 out, and you're wearing like a vest and a hard hat and jeans and like FRs or whatever, and you're like, damn, I could die right now. I could die. It wouldn't be weird because I'm drunk. I've got on 2 layers of clothes. It's Texas, and it's 106 degrees. But damn, I feel awesome. You know what I mean? Like there's something about being close to heat stroke and drunk that it kind of balances out the pain and the confusion of your brain almost overheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get close to it or whatever.
Yeah, it sucks that being drunk at work is awesome.
Yeah, it sucks.
Because you see somebody else that's drunk at work, you're like, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, get your life
Get your
together.
fucking like if you're not drunk and you notice somebody else is drunk, you're like,
yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then
and then you do it, and you're like, dude, why doesn't everybody do this?
Everybody else is probably drunk too.
Yeah.
And you're going,
Yeah.
I have a secret, and it's that my life is out of control. I am shirking my responsibilities.
Ooh, do. I have things going on in my life that I have not dealt with, and I'm
My
taking.
family doesn't talk to me.
And I am not that upset about it, but subconsciously, probably, it does bother me a lot. It's affecting my relationships outside of work.
Nobody knows. I'm black.
Yeah.
But no, that's not true.
It sucks that.
I'm not gay or black. I can't
Yeah,
steal valor.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're just.
I can't get the
white.
Jimmy John's gay black discount.
Do you think that when they
should gay black guys should get a discount? Veterans shouldn't. I believe that genuinely.
Yeah, that's not even like
gay black guys get discriminated against so much more than veterans. Yeah, veterans just get to bang high schoolers.
Buy Chargers at like 18% APR.
Gay black guys do that too, but that's
true.
Different. When they do it, it's their culture.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very good point. They're DL guys from Atlanta. Yeah.
There's so many DL high schoolers. It's like crazy. Once you start talking to them, it's like weird. You know?
Yeah.
There's so many like DL like straight high school girls. It's like crazy.
Yeah. It's like 2 weeks in New York. You're just like get invited out to like a kind of just like not a bar that's gay, but a bar that's frequented by a lot of gay guys, and you're like, there's just so many DL high schoolers these days. Not really something a lot of guys don't talk about, you know. I thought, you know, everybody says Gen Z and Gen Alpha are like comfortable with themselves, but as I found personally, that's not the case. You know, a lot of people they're just not.
Any good high school bars around here?
Any cool like high school dance clubs around here? I've been bored lately. You know, I just moved to Brooklyn. Everybody's 30 everywhere I go, you know? Everybody's 20.
Like fucking kids, dude. God, it's crazy.
Like a guy.
Does nobody have kids anymore? Where the fuck are they? Where are the kids?
Like a guy asking where the female's at like 2015, you know, in 2016 at a park. Hey, where the female? Dude. Hey, where the teenagers at, bro?
Dude, honestly, like, bro, like, I hate how fucking everything's like dog friendly and like not kid friendly anymore. It's like kind of antisocial.
Yeah,
and people are like, yeah, and I'm like, I mean, like, bring your fucking high school daughter to parties. You know what I mean? And like, leave.
Yeah.
People look at me, and I'm just all wet. My whole body's just dripping,
just
head
sweating
through two. There's some guy who just found out about being a hipster this year. He's got like a suitcase with him or something, and he's like what Glenn Beck thinks that Brooklyn people are like. And
yes,
he's like,
yeah.
He's like, honestly, like I've kind of been getting it like back into dating high schoolers. Like it's kind of like a new avant-garde thing I'm doing. Like it was actually inspired by a script I read.
Yeah. Yeah, a guy writing a script at Starbucks, and you peek like over his shoulder at the script, you know, and he's like being very performative. He's like, and he's like crumpling up pieces of paper, and then like going back to the laptop, and you kind of peek over, you eavesdrop a little bit, and you know you see the title is called "I'm a Pedophile."
It's called "Kissing a Beautiful Black High School Girl." I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Oh, sorry, it's a working title. It's sorry, that's not what it's about.
Sorry, I'm doing like an A24 thing. It's like an art thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's like a weird kind of like coming of age story about
You're gonna
me.
have to see the movie to understand this.
Yeah.
I know it's a shock value title.
You know 17 again, where Zac Efron goes back in time to be 17? Well, I don't go back in time. I just enroll at high school at 37. And that's what the movie's about. And
Have you seen How To with John Wilson? This is like if he was undercover and he was a pedophile. Instead of like a likable,
sort of
funny guy.
Yeah, likable guy.
Because I have a camera and I video everything, but I can't
right.
show anybody yet because I'm editing it all.
Netflix wanted to do it, and their standards and practices team said that under no circumstances could they ever air anything like this. Hulu wanted to turn it into like a documentary about like true crime, and I said, no, it's not really a crime yet. I haven't done it yet, so that would be dishonest.
Chris Pratt wanted to fully fund it, but we had different visions for the project. He wanted a lot more girls involved.
He wanted a lot, and he wanted to have a religious angle too, seeing as he's Christian. I'm more of a secular pedophile myself, so I wanted it to be gritty. That's why A24 hopped on it, because they were like, wow, we love any movie that doesn't make any sense, and it has sort of this underlying theme of disgust and anxiety, and nothing says disgust and anxiety like a 34-year-old man in a pavement shirt talking to a 16-year-old black girl. So they optioned it, and here I am at Starbucks. Here I am at Starbucks in beautiful Little Rock, Arkansas, writing the script. Thank you for asking about it, by the way. Not a lot of people would. Not a lot of people do.
If I was the older white guy and I was trying to talk to the 16-year-old girl, I'd say, "You must think I really like concrete, right?" And then I'd laugh and I'd scoff at her before she even had a chance.
Yeah, you must think that.
You must think I really like concrete. Oh, but I kid. Pavement is a band. I love it.
Grizzly Bear, you must think this is a shirt from National Geographic. Turns out it's not. But you'll learn about that when you get older. When you go to college in 5 years, when you go to adult college, you learn about real music.
Alex G, you probably think this is a rapper, right?
Yeah, no.
That's what you think? You think he's a TikTok rapper?
Yeah, no, he's just an Italian guy.
Have you ever downloaded TikTok? I've been looking at some of the memes on there lately, and they have me ROFLing.
Yeah, I've been.
They have me IJBOLing.
I've been rafflecoptering at a lot of the awesome videos on TikToking lately. That's the thing I've been doing, a lot of TikToking. Do you do any TikToking? I bet you make a lot of those butt shaking videos. Those just come up on my.
Has anybody ever matched your freak? I've been a nasty man. I've been a nasty older man.
I've been a mature adult older man.
I've been a nasty 36-year-old. I've been a nasty 36-year-old.
Yeah, you love that song, right? Yeah, that's a song you guys listen to, isn't it? Man, we used to listen to cool songs back in the day. We used to listen to Radioactive, stuff like that. Who are you going to vote for? Are you going to vote for Joe Biden when you turn 18?
I'm not registered to vote.
Did they hand you they throw the book at your ass? So can you vote? No, they didn't do.
I can vote.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't voted in a long time.
I voted in
because I'm a motherfucking gangsta.
Voted in 2020.
But I did vote for Joe Biden though the first time.
Nice.
And kind of felt fucking stupid doing it, and then immediately after I cast it, I thought, "Can I take that back?"
Yeah,
that was fucking gay of me. That was gay of me. I was trying to be woke. I was trying to be woke, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I also partially did it just to piss off one of my coworkers. Because I knew I would be like probably one of the like 3 Biden votes in my county. It didn't matter at all.
Yeah,
and I wanted to be like, yeah, I just cast my vote for Joseph Robinette Biden, for your information. But also, I think I don't know. I mean, I didn't like Trump. Like everyone else, I think he's funny. I feel like I liked Biden less. He didn't give me any money.
I feel like I voted.
But I don't know about the thing about the with foreign policy. I like that Trump would just threaten to nuke every place, and that kind of worked.
Yeah, a
little bit at least.
I voted for Bernie in the 2020. I waited in line for like 4.5 hours. This was like that brief moment in time where like you were seeing his rallies, in front of like tens of thousands of people, and you were like, "Oh my God, holy shit!" Like this is the first. I voted for Barack when I was 18. I turned 18 in 2012, and I voted for Barack Obama because I was like, "Oh, he's a cool black guy, and he probably means well." That was the extent of my political knowledge at the time.
And you were right.
I was
crazy.
Turns out he just liked to kill a bunch of people with airplanes that didn't have any people in them. But what I was going to say is, I waited like 3.5, 4 hours in line to vote for Bernie. I vote for Bernie, and then like 2 weeks later, everybody drops out of the race and just endorses Joe Biden. And then, of course, Bernie has to drop out or whatever. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm never doing this shit again. Ever again. I'm never taking time out of my day to do my civic duty. You can suck my balls.
I think I registered to vote so I could vote for Beto.
Did you? Oh, yeah, yeah.
in the when he went against Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, yeah.
And I drove like 30 minutes to go vote for Beto. But I mean, to be fair, I would still prefer him to Ted. Ted Cruz is such a ghoul.
Well, I think it's kind of annoying, but it speaks to like how captured I think a lot of.
I wasn't, just to clarify, I was not voting for Beto in a primary for president. It was for the
Senate
for
race.
state senate. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people get captured by like just being, because Ted Cruz is like a Yale educated like soft pussy. Like the whole like Barstool like Texas boy thing was like a PR stunt. Like he's like an Ivy League educated loser. And so I remember when Beto was running against him, his team did a lot of work to underplay the fact that he had a DUI and used to play bass in a band with the dudes from At the Drive-In. And I said, dude, let that shit sing. Make that like the biggest part of the campaign. Do you not understand your voting block? Like, of course, old like wine moms, like liberal wine moms won't understand that. But the people who are skeptical of Beto, or left-wing people or whatever, tell them he got a DUI and he used to wear a dress and play bass. You would win the left-wing side of the party fucking donezo. They'd line up in droves and vote 10 times. But unfortunately, they were just like, look at this guy. He's like, he's got a big head, and he says fuck. And that's as far as
he's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to take your AR-15s, and I'm going to put them in my ass, bitch. And everybody's like, I mean, all right. I suppose.
Okay, it's fine, I guess.
I wish you would have worded that differently for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking Uvalde. I'm fucking pissed off, motherfuckers, about this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
all these
tough.
fucking crackers and pieces of fucking shit. Oh, the police at fucking Uvalde should be fucking raped, dude.
His thing was he was cursing like a 10-year-old who just started, and that was pretty grating. You know what I mean? All of you and your fucking pistol guns, fucking dipshit much? And you're like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
What if he called Obama the hard R, I might have voted for him in the primary. That would have been such a fucking crazy move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have agreed with it.
Listen, I thought I voted for him. Turns out he's a huge beep, and you're just like, that's it. Yeah,
dude, that would be fucking crazy. I don't agree with it on a racial level, but on a personal attack level, would be fucking insane.
Yeah. To immediately go nuclear, you don't even try to talk a little bullshit before.
If Joe Biden called Donald Trump the hard R, I think he would get reelected.
Yeah, no, I don't know why.
Because it's a nuclear button at this point.
Yeah. When you're
you're calling him woke, hey,
yeah.
It's over.
What if I called you the hard R? What if that's how that went? I remember thinking like, so when the election happened, I was working at the university, and a couple of the people who were adjuncting, like I shared an office with some of the other adjunct guys, and they were like, "Oh, well, Bernie dropped out. Are you gonna vote for Joe Biden?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, you gonna vote for Trump?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, we got to vote for somebody. And it's kind of like, it is kind of, it's not frustrating. It's just, I'm just always surprised and taken aback at how many people still kind of believe in, like, you should still do something. Like, you should still take time out of your day to vote for somebody.
It's funny to know that, like, that my, like, stupid libertarian friends from high school who, like, I could never talk any sense into.
Sure, yeah.
Are like not even the most like deranged losers.
They're not.
I know.
They're not.
Because like they like most of them like have normal jobs, and they like, like I mean like work for the city or whatever. Like like
yeah.
Not saying they're like stupid, but like it is dumb to me to be a libertarian. That's just what I believe.
I believe you're
I believe I get where you're coming from. But I feel like having a society motivated by nihilism is not one that I want to live in. So that's why I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Anyway, those guys who are basically fucking Dale from King of the Hill, are not the most deranged people. It's the people who are like I don't know, like either fucking like QAnon people still somehow,
or like
I thought that all fell apart.
Yeah.
I thought they went their separate ways, but there's still people who were like on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Or people who were like, yeah, he's fucking convicted. Motherfuckers, put it in your face.
Yeah.
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 Get this big old Biden booty in your face,
Smoke
dumbass.
on that, pussy bitch. Yeah.
Kamala's up next, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I was trying to I was trying to express to like people in the Discord, I was like, I understand, like, if you ever hear like a libertarian, like I have friends who are libertarians, and you hear them and you're like, yeah, you know, the pharmaceutical companies in America are evil, and you're like, yes. And they're like, you know, the Citizens United, like the money in politics thing is bad. And I'm like, uh-huh. And they're like, you know, like, there's like corruption at every level in every facet of American life, whether it be jurisprudence, law, commerce, real estate, everything is a scam. And you're like, yes, 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 brother, you're here with me now. And then they go, that's why I believe in a completely free market-based society. I'm like, you're living in it. You're living your dream. This is what you wanted. You get to live it. You have everything you want. And that's, of course, where we disagree. But to your point, like, I have way more friends who are, I guess, just like standard issue, like Hillary Clinton types, and we just don't talk about shit anymore. That are like, yeah, did you see that he got convicted? 34 felonies. And I'm like, nothing's going to happen to the guy. It's Teflon Don. And there's something that drives those people nuts when you say the truth. And I'm really not trying to be like, I'm a truth teller. I'm not. I'm saying nothing's going to happen to him. Nothing. Nothing at all. He might win the election. Like, he might win with 34 felonies. And you spend all this time watching the TikToks and watching the news and waiting for him to go to jail for the last 4 years. And it's an exercise in futility because you can't touch him.
I'd like to do some exercises in futility with his fucking balls and dick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See if he can get my ass pregnant.
I'd like to try to get his shit hard at 75 years
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
I bet he's got a small dick but a giant sack for some reason.
You know what, dude? That's crazy that you say that because I genuinely believe that, and I've always kind of felt that's why he is the way
I feel like he has a big ass package.
Yes.
And his dick is legitimately very small.
Yeah.
But he has a pig set of balls.
Yes, yeah.
I've known guys like that before. You see him in the locker room, you go, this against all odds. Yeah. This is an alpha.
Yeah, yes.
He cannot fuck correctly. Women are disgusted by the sight of this man. They do not want what he has going on. But to another man, they see the big-ass, disgusting
Danglers,
horse
dude.
balls.
Yes.
The big-ass balls.
Yeah.
Maybe women, I mean, I'm sure women appreciate a big set of balls, but I
Some
don't
of
think
them,
it's their top priority.
No.
They would prefer a normal penis and normal balls to giant balls,
small,
weird, miniature, like the corns that you get in stir fry.
Yes,
in the bags, the
baby
mini
corns. Yes, yeah.
Baby corn and a big old fucking set of apples.
Set of ostrich eggs.
To another man,
yeah.
That's
Coveted.
some sort of alpha.
Coveted, yeah. Because most guys, it's a bell curve. Most guys have normal dick, normal nuts. Not a lot of guys have huge dick, huge nuts, or huge dick, little nuts is an interesting build.
I feel like huge dick, huge nuts, it's like, yeah, no big deal.
Whatever. Welcome to the big leagues, big
because
dog.
if a guy has a huge dick, you're not looking at his nuts, you're looking at the wiener.
Yes. You're admiring.
Unless his balls have cancer or something and they're giant.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Now, if a guy has
like a
big penis, tiny balls, not an alpha.
Crazy build.
Opposite of an alpha.
Yeah. That's a hormonal problem. Yeah.
Well, that's probably a guy who's jacking his big, beautiful dick off too much and needs to stop.
Well, I genuinely, I was like, okay, this guy has the charisma. This guy has like the charisma, the arrogance, the aloofness, the kind of confident apathy of a dude with a huge pipe. But there's something underneath that, right? There's something underneath it that screams, I need to be loved by everybody. And that, to me, is, and other things, of course, is what leads me to believe I'm on your side here. Little dick. Because if you got a huge sack, you go, I got a big set of nuts. That's pretty cool. Not a lot of guys have that. Most guys just have normal nuts, right?
Right.
And you get to say to yourself, you get to look in the mirror when you take your fucking size 46 slacks off, you take the red tie off, you uncoif the fucking hair, and you gotta say, God damn, I got a big ass set of balls. And you look at yourself and you go, not a lot of motherfuckers have a huge ass set of nuts. And that's true. But then you see the penis, and that explains the other aspects of the personality, you know.
He's like a gorilla.
Right.
All balls, no dick.
All balls, no dick. Huge ass fucking sack, little ass cherub penis, which sucks. But at the same time, you get
It's
granted.
fine, dude.
Yeah.
Women don't care.
Yeah.
And if they say that they do, then they're a whore. How about that? Just kidding. That's mean. But you know, a lot. It's a beautiful thing. I assume if you have a tiny penis, people probably don't even notice. People are so busy; they're looking at their damn phones instead. Probably. That's my guess.
I always like Steve-O's approach, where he was like, "Yeah, it's really small," and then he just showed it on TV for 20 years, and it's like, "Yeah, that's crazy, dude." And then he was like, "Yeah, it barely works either," and you're like, "Damn, like that's."
Does he have like a micro penis?
No, it's just small. It's just him. It's funny because him and Pontius do most of the penis related stuff, and both of them are like, "It's tiny." And then everybody's like, "That's big dick energy," and then they just show themselves feeding their penis to like a baleen whale. It's like the size of a little piece of carrot or whatever, and you're like, that, and they're not lying, and it's like, no, that's BDE, baby, to say you got a small one. It's like, no, I think that's just a rich guy with a small ass dick, a guy with a fuck ton of money, and he's like,
making jokes about you having a tiny dick when you don't have one. It was kind of in a few years ago, but
yeah.
I say we don't steal valor.
No, I think
know what I mean?
It really is disrespectful.
If you have a big ass dick, keep it to yourself because that's not funny.
That's not. Yeah,
that's not funny. If you're a comedian and you have a big ass dick, don't tell people, unless you figure out a funny way. I watched a reel the other day on Instagram, and it was a comedian talking about how big his dick was.
That sucks. That's not good.
And he was saying it was 8 to 10 inches.
That is fucking bullshit. That sucks.
And I thought, what a range. From big penis to monster.
To medically probably too big. You know what I mean? Hey, let me ask you.
I might depend on the girth, you know what I mean?
Right.
But 10 inches, hey, let's face it, the whole thing's... some of it's going to be... some of it's just going to be hanging out.
Right.
The last, you're not going all...
Right.
Unless you got some fucking... Miss Deep Dish pussy, or whatever.
Size queen.
Yeah, but you're going to have some dick that's just kind of, left behind. And that's going to suck for you.
Like the Rapture.
Yeah.
It's just
a guy with a normal penis doesn't have to deal with that.
No, he just gets to live free.
If you have a small enough penis, you literally don't ever have to worry about that.
Nothing.
You ever think about that?
You have no problems.
The whole penis is going in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We used to make fun of Frank, my roommate. Shout out to Frank.
Because he has no penis?
No, because he listens to the show and he's going to text me in like 2 weeks because he's going to be on a shoot. And he's going to text me like, dude, come on. But no, he has huge low-hanging nuts. It's been a problem. I've known him over a decade. And we lived together in this, or either like in apartments with all of our friends, or like we rented houses and kept rent cheap by just like 5 or 6 of us to a house. You all know this.
Yeah.
And we had a rule kind of that we established like halfway through the tenure of all living together, where we were like, hey, if you're off work and you're going to rock basketball shorts, you have to rock briefs, not boxers, briefs, because he would be sitting on the couch and you know how you sit down in basketball shorts, they ride up a bit, but they're still like mid-thigh? One of his nuts would just be hanging out, dude. Mid-thigh. Like it's not unacceptable, right? You're in your own home, but you do share a space with several other guys. Be like, hey, dude, one of your nuts is out. And he'd be like, yeah, that happens. And I'm like, it shouldn't. And he's like, I'm at home. And I'm like, Frank, I know you're at home, but I'm at home too. And we're all playing Rocket League and smoking weed on our day off. And I don't want to have to turn to you to ask you to hand me the bong and see one of your nuts hanging out of your and one shorts. It's just not something that I signed up for on the one day I have off work. And he'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to go put on underwear. And so we would all just have to resign ourselves to the fact. We would have a heart-to-heart conversation. Hey, man, yeah, you probably just been hitting, we've all been hitting the bottle too heavy. We're going to take a break. Us boys, we can't keep drinking like this. And then you look down, and just both of his nuts are out the right side of his shorts. And it took me a while to realize. I just thought maybe it was like a thing he was running, like a joke he was doing. And then he was like, yeah, no, they just droop. And I'm like, damn. He's like, it's not even that they're even that big. They're just fucking long. And that is an even rarer loadout, to not necessarily have a big sack. It's just one. To be 22 and to just have a dangler, you know what I mean? Just like a fucking, just kind of like David's sling that he hit Goliath in his fucking dome with,
That's beautiful. It's crazy how many types of men there are.
Yeah, it's nuts.
In this world.
Girls, I know that you guys have different types of shit that go on with you. You ever hung out with a group of ladies and they start talking like you aren't there? Dude, nothing more damaging to the ego than to be hanging out with a group of ladies and they get drunk enough and act like you're not in the room. Has that ever happened to you? Because you think, I don't know, we both kind of grew up religious. Until I was like in college, I had this idea that when women get together, they talk about like apple pie, and like how to steam clean clothes.
Yeah.
And how to iron things and how to
No, they're animals.
No, they are, dude, it's terrible. It's bad. It's like, people are like, oh, men get together and they talk nasty. Dude, get the fuck out of here. I never want to hear that shit again. It's alarming. And it's not to say every girl group's like this. I feel like it's like a 60-40 ratio, 60 in favor of the more crassness. I've been around just normal people. But more often than not, especially when I was younger, you get around like 4 or 5 girls. And what it typically is, in my experience, is it's like you go over to their apartment and you're one of the boyfriends. And maybe there's max 2 boyfriends. Because more than 2 boyfriends, they don't get down with it. 5 or 6 glasses of wine later, they're like, yeah, my shit stinks. And it's kind of got a blueness to it. And you're like, ew, not great. You know what I mean? Or yeah, that guy, when we were having sex, it was like kind of purple when it came out. And you're like, that? Hold on a second. Why are there colors involved in this conversation that don't need to be there? Or whatever the fuck. There's just a level of disgust to it that I guess I wasn't privy to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm considerate, and whenever I am around a group of women, I don't listen to anything they say.
I understand that you try to position yourself as sort of the moral arm of the show, always bending towards justice. But I think quite the opposite. I think you bend towards you've been looking this whole time for somebody to match your freak, And
what do you mean by that?
Well, this whole time we've been doing this show, you give off an aura of like, I'm a deviant, I kind of need a deviancy in my life. And so that's why you started the show with me. To reach out to more deviants.
Yeah, well, you nailed it, really. I'm evil.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy through and through to my bones.
I'm an evil fella. You got to watch out for me. One lucky trait I have is usually if I'm in a big enough social setting where it's like late night and the girls have been drinking too much. Guess who's also been drinking too much?
Right,
this guy right here,
mm-hmm.
And he is listening to beer.
The beer.
I'm listening
the sounds of
to
beer.
the sound of the beer going into my mouth and me setting the bottle back down.
Yeah.
And the sound it makes when it comes back off that picnic table.
Uh-huh.
And then the sound when it goes in the trash, and then the sound of the cooler opening,
mm-hmm.
the sound of the bottle opener, sound of me setting it down, picking it up, grabbing another one.
Oh, lighting a cigarette. Taking a key bump.
Putting that key in the ignition.
Heading on home, baby. No, you're right. I mean,
no,
like, yeah.
But I do know what you mean about the lady talk is crazy. But I do. That is one thing I like about drinking is especially like in public. It's just sort of getting snippets of everything.
Yeah.
From different people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice when you're like a couple steps behind, so you can like you can pick up on people saying out of character stuff.
Well, there's like, I like it in the way that it works for me. You painted a wonderful, you've woven a tapestry for me, wherein like my brain, when I'm like, it can't be too many beers, it can't be too little, but around 6 or 7, it's like an AM radio where it's just static, and I've got the dumb smile on my face, and it's just the sound of me drinking beer. It's like, and then every now and then my brain will tune to the conversation next to me, and it's like, he was a gaslighter and a manipulator and a narcissist. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm going to tune into this for a bit. And you know what? He was broke. His dick was broken. You're like, that's fucking badass. He sounds awesome. I'd probably be his friend in real life. All right, more static. That's the inside of your head. Yeah, I got it for like a 9% APR, and then now everything's like 15%. Boring, gay. Yeah, I hit a dog the other day, and I got out of the car, and it was whimpering. Nice. I like this one. I'm going to tune in here for a bit. Yeah, it was whimpering, and it had blood coming out of its mouth, and then I kind of just like held the rosary for a bit and said sorry to God, and I was kind of washed over with this guilt, but then I just got back in my Nissan and drove drunk to work. Man, I love this radio station. And then you hang out at that one for a bit. You drink 6 more beers. And then that guy, you see him drink 6 beers, and he gets in his car on the way home, and the cops pull him over. And you're like, God damn, what a great show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But honestly, when I drink, I just hear children crying.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is a really interesting thing.
Yeah, you think so?
Is it do you think it's real? Are these kind of like the hallucinations of the mind of an alcoholic, or are these the sounds of actual children's sort of crying? What are you doing? You know, it's Wednesday, 8:18 p.m. CST. Kind of what?
No, it's not in the. You know, maybe some of it's in the future and the past, but I don't know why the voices are different every time. Isn't that silly? Don't you hate it when you have 2 beers and you can't stop hearing people talk to you when you're alone?
Don't you hate it when you have 2 beers and you start experiencing time sort of as like a fluid?
Don't you hate it when you open the bottle and you can hear your great-great-grandfather die?
You can hear him die in the Civil War. On the side of the Confederates, he dies wailing in a ditch. I love slavery, and you go, God damn, that's no good.
Stop it! Stop being racist.
No, I'm
That's
not.
what I would tell him. No,
oh,
that's
you
what
would.
I
Oh,
would
you tell
say, hey, motherfucker.
Times have
Now that
changed.
you're dying. You better fucking repent and be woke. My ancestors, they were all woke Confederate soldiers.
Yeah, they were.
They were trying to change the Confederacy from the inside.
They joined the Confederate Army to try to bend it towards justice. Yeah, to try and.
They said we want to let the slaves go on our own terms.
Yeah, right.
Not on Lincoln's terms.
Yeah.
We wanted to do it earlier, not when he says.
Yeah. Yes, we're the Republicans, and we want to let the slaves go free.
They were Democrats.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they were Democrats, and they switched sides. The parties basically flipped, right, in the 20th century.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean,
in the 60s or something.
Yeah, right? That's something. Yes, that's something that you see a lot where it's like Democrats invented the KKK or whatever, and you're like, I thought it was like common knowledge that it was like.
Yeah, the Republicans, they're like, yeah, it's Lincoln's party, no big fucking deal.
Yeah. Well, it's always the parameters are always switched, the goalposts are switched depending on what you're talking about. Like, we're the party of Lincoln, and it's like, okay, well, he was like he believed in this, and it's like, no, that's gay, and you're like, oh, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, now they're just the party of LinkedIn.
Yeah, because they're all trying to make connections with other racist guys.
Yeah.
Listen, the election's going to be here in 5 months. All right?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, don't hold your freaking breath.
Don't hold your
5 months is a long time.
I didn't all a bunch of European countries just like all vote for the Hitler Party or whatever. Like, it was like France, Germany, Belgium. Italy's had that one lady that's like a Mussolini lady or whatever the fuck for a little while.
I don't know.
I feel like if
It'll be all right.
any country shouldn't be allowed to have like a right-wing party. I don't think any country should be allowed to have one, but it shouldn't be Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like after World War II, there should have been some sort of meeting with all the minds, like Winston Churchill, Joseph Stalin, FDR, you know, and they should have said, all right, the only party that Germany can have is that everybody's cool party, everybody's chilling. You can't have like
Yeah, but I don't think the U.S. was like, all right, we're gonna ban the party that made us rich.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. We're gonna ban the party.
I am tired of all these technological advancements. I hate all these new scientists we have. I don't like it. I don't like all this medical research.
These rockets go too fast.
I hate it. I don't even want to know.
Right.
I know there's some in the room right now. We've got to get rid of these Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fucking exile them to Lockheed Martin and to Bayer
Boeing.
and to Harvard and all these places. We're fucking basically carpet bombing all these fucking Nazis. We're sending them to fucking General Electric, AT&T.
Right.
We're sending their asses to fucking... Yeah, fuck you guys. You got to work for GM now.
We're exiling you guys to a beautiful estate. 8 bedrooms.
We're sending you guys to fucking... Yeah, have fun in goddamn Connecticut.
Yeah,
I hear the weather's real nice in Connecticut this time.
I hear the weather's real nice in Myrtle Beach at a oceanfront property, bitch.
Yeah, have fun in Florida.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It really is crazy that like all of these guys are facing the rope, and the U.S. is like, hold on a second, we got to take our. They treat it like NBA draft. It's like, all right, we're gonna take our pick first. Before you guys send these dudes downriver, any of you guys super fucking good at math and propaganda and stuff? Any of you guys really good at medicine, making rockets go fast as shit? I know a couple of you boys know how to do math out the wazoo.
Sweden's like, any of you guys design furniture by chance?
Any of you guys design furniture and have a bunch of gold?
We have designed the perfect dresser.
Yeah, yeah. Any of you guys, listen. A lot of you dudes are about to be hung by the neck till you're dead. If you want to avoid the hangman's rope, do advanced propulsion mathematics now. Speak up now. Do advanced propulsion mathematics, or show me a bunch of gold, or show me a bunch of
Do any of y'all make house music? Tell me right now.
And any of you guys make beautiful fucking... Any of you guys invented keyboards? Because that's going to be super important to us.
I need somebody to make Du Hast by the end of the day, or you're all getting the fucking maul.
All getting the rope. Hey, listen. I know that a lot of your brothers and cousins are going to trial for atrocities against mankind. And if they're dumb, that's fine. But if any of you guys are smart, just blink 3 times before your neck snaps and you die. You can get on this you can get on this boat, and in 6 months you'll be sitting pretty, and you'll have a name. Your name, instead of being Werner Bauhaus, it'll be Werner Bauhaus Johnson. And that's the name of an American can stand by. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful name.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful name. That's pretty. I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, Operation Paperclip.
Win some, lose some.
Operation Paperclip, baby. Hey, listen. It ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Nowadays it would probably be Operation Potato Chip.
Yeah, because of how fat everybody's gotten and how soft they've gotten.
Yeah, and because it would go crunch. What'd you think of that one?
That's fine, I guess. Yeah. Operation Who Fried the Shrimp? And it's
Operation Pay with Chip or Tap at the Apple Store.
Yeah, Operation Let It Slip. And sometimes you say it in traffic. Sometimes you just, sometimes it just comes out. You know what I mean? Did any other countries take those guys? Or was it just, I feel like maybe a couple of them did. I don't want to say for sure.
I feel like definitely. I would venture to say
most
of the guys
did
just fine.
Yeah.
Argentina,
Brazil,
South America, they invented a new type of Samba.
Yes. Yeah.
The Adidas Samba.
Mhm. Yeah.
The Adidas Samba was probably directly thanks to Nazism. Otherwise, why would it be called a Samba?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, I guess it's like.
Just saying stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't really mean anything by what I say, and that's okay nowadays.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can.
You don't have to stand behind
I'll
anything, you know.
Although, literally, Adi Dassler, founder of Adidas, was a Nazi.
Yeah, so was Henry Ford. But he was just an American one. I guess it doesn't
But
count.
Puma was. I don't remember if Puma was by Nazis or not.
IBM.
Can't recall.
IBM, BMW, Mercedes.
Porsche,
yeah.
That's a real shame about Porsche. They made some beautiful watches.
It's we did the same thing with the Japanese too. Like, god damn, we we blew you guys up pretty good. Turns out you guys got super good at torturing, and you guys got to bring that shit on over here because we thought we understood it, but you guys be doing some shit over there. You guys be doing some kind of.
Oh my God! You guys have cloned yourselves. How did you do it?
Just General MacArthur. Like Pat and him are standing next to each other.
Oh my God! There's millions of you. You're all the Emperor's clone. How did you do it, you bastards?
Get Werner von Braun here on an airplane fast. These boys.
They've been printing off the Japanese.
Truman, I don't know how they did it, but they made 30 million of themselves. I'm sitting here looking in God damn it, we thought
Oh my God.
We thought they just had the jet plane, but
This whole island's baloney.
It's like a Shutter Island situation where it's
Yeah.
Well, you know that
You thought Godzilla was bad.
You know, Hitler had the time machine, and we've been trying to reverse engineer that for quite some time, and boy, we're not getting any nowhere. That Werner von Braun and that Oppenheimer are too busy building the bomb. But if you'd believe it, this little island on the coast in the Pacific Ocean, boy, it's all one guy. Millions of times. The Emperor just cloned himself. We're trying to figure out how he did it. Do you speak the language?
Me?
Yeah, I was wondering if you spoke Japanese.
Not fluently.
Yeah, I've been working on it.
I like to say stuff like that. Yeah, I don't speak Japanese fluently because that's true. But it also makes it sound like I speak a little bit of
Like
Japanese,
conversationally,
which I don't.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm really rusty in that I've only I know the word Okinawa.
Do you
That's
speak
a place there.
Syri? Do you speak the language of the Lord, Syrian Aramaic? Do you speak that? Yeah, no, not fluently. Been working on it though. You know, LOI.
I don't think I even speak English fluently.
No, I don't. I really don't. Do you ever
That's
have this
okay.
thing happen where like you're watching a documentary or something or reading a book, and you see a word used correctly by a smart person, and you realize you've been using that word wrong as shit? And just like in casual conversation, it happens like once a year for me.
I misread the word misled.
We talked about. I
For
thought
a
it was
long
misled
time,
for
yeah.
like 20 years.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very stupid one. That was the main one for me. I think something like suspicion. I like, or suspicious or something.
Yeah. One of the things
I thought it was like suspicious or something like that when I was a kid, but that was like when I was a kid.
I just thought ostentatious was like, I thought it was like a synonym for obvious. And when I was in college, I just used it all the time. And I remember conversations like, yeah, this is ostentatious, and you know, because I would just hear a word and then my brain would fill in the kind of blanks, and I was just sort of like how I am now, but worse, just sort of like unnecessarily and needlessly unwarranted arrogance or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, it was sort of an ostentatious move, you know. Same thing with ostensibly. I just didn't know what that meant, but it sounded cool, so I would just use it, and as it turns out, I just wasn't using them correctly. And still to this day, kind of only barely know what they mean. But that's fine. You know what else is fine? Going to patreon.com/pendejo time. And subscribing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, what's up, buddy?
I was saying we're really close to hitting 1,500 subs on there.
Yeah.
You guys can sub for $1 if you want.
Sub for a big
we
buck.
prefer $5 because that way you get the bonus episodes.
Mm-hmm. You get the bonus episodes for $5 and Discord access. That $1 gets you access to the Discord. It's not like you're just giving us $1 for nothing.
Yeah, $10 gets you access to the video episodes, which are also good, and you can watch some of those for free on YouTube. And so, if you haven't yet, check them out. Check out the free ones on YouTube, and if you like those, you'll like the video ones on our Patreon as well. That's $10. But like I said, I'm not trying to steal from you. See if you like them. Go to YouTube, Pendejo Time on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Check us out on Instagram and Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get the dollar bills.
Dollar bills. I need to post more of the clips. Thank you, Nick, for making those for us.
Yes. Our friend Nick has been helping us out with the clips lately.
He's awesome. Thank you.
I need to ask him how much public credit he wants because I don't know if he has a real job or not.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds bad. I don't know if
he wants to be associated with this. Is what I
right. But thank you so much, Nick, for your help. And it's not Nick Mullen.
No.
If you think that Nick Mullen's our producer,
would.
he has not fallen on that hard of times. That would be a funny move.
That would be hilarious if he texted.
That is also something he would do. He would just to self-sabotage. He would be like, "No,
you guys need a producer.
I'm a producer for Thomas and Jake now."
Yeah.
But yeah,
check out the Pendejo Time Worldwide, YouTube, and then the Patreon. And have a dope ass Thursday, motherfucker. Bye.
Motherfucker.
Bye.